It's one of those things though where I fear it, so I talk about it. You know, you get that energy out there, and there are some times, how do you build up the courage on the days where you really just don't want to do it? Because I have those days where it's like, I know I should take the shower, but I really don't want to, right? What what do you tell yourself to make sure that you can take that step into the bath?
Well, one of the pillars of the Wim Hof method is mindset. So for me, I had to, I'm visual. For my 30-day goal, I kept a journal, and every day, like, how long was I in there? Did I do it? Actually holding myself accountable each day, marking it that way. Now, every day it's a decision to get in there, but it's really not. To me, like, I woke up, I didn't think about, oh, I have to get out of bed. I didn't think about I have to brush my teeth. I didn't think I have to go eat breakfast. I just did it. That's how my ice bath is now. It's not an option. The only way it becomes an option is, like, I got COVID and I got really sick. I knew my body needed to rest and recover. It did not need to be forced to be in that ice bath. That's where it's just me doing it to be like, oh, I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me it's mindset. It's non-negotiable. It's just something I do every day.
I don't know. I don't personally know where you were at a year ago, but you are a person of like immense growth. You're always challenging yourself to grow, I've noticed. Uh, that can be daunting, right?
And it can be. Yeah. I think I like it.
Yes, me too. Who am I kidding? I love it.
So I'm like, I think I like this because it's definitely not like, ugh, I have to do this. Like, yeah, like you said, I think if I look back a year, I'd never think I'd be where I'm at today. And even last year, a year before that, I don't think I thought I'd be where I was. So to me, I kind of stopped putting limits on myself. And it's great to have dreams, goals, aspirations, but I'm not going to limit myself because who knows? I might be capable of so much more that I don't even realize yet. So let's leave all windows open for everything.
Yeah, and that's what Crystal always reminds me of that too, because there's a lot of times where I want to make a decision that closes a door, you know, and it's like, no, you gotta leave them all open because you just don't know what is next, you know. So have the patience and the foresight to make sure that you keep every opportunity at the dock. So okay, so what is your next adventure? Like, what is next after? Is there something after ice bath? Are you gonna, like climb a mountain, or what is it?
Ooh, climb a mountain in my shorts like Wim Hof in barefoot.
Yes.
Uh, to me, I want to start exploring other areas of fear and ways that I can step into that. It's amazing how doing ice baths has triggered me to, I have more energy, I have more motivation. So, like, oh, I'm going to start working out. Me? I've never been a workout person, but I'm doing that. And I want to sign up for the gym. I'm super scared of gyms. I always wanted to learn how to lift weights. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm scared. This is a great thing to face and push myself into. So I just want, I actually started in my journal as I'm having thoughts like that, going, whenever I catch that fear that pops up, go, okay, we're going to address this. We're going to go into this. And
Yeah.
that's accountability. That's scary as hell. Writing that down and knowing, oh, I might have to actually face this and do this, but I want to call myself out on that and work on that. So that's kind of the realm or direction I'm going into.
Yeah, and that can be it can be tough to do to even identify what we're afraid of. You have to really take stock. I never would have thought that I'd be afraid of a shower. So it's like, and even that I question. It's like, okay, what is after the shower? You know, I joked with Crystal that I wanted to be an astronaut, but you know, that's not allowed to happen. I don't think they'll let me up there on that equipment after like hearing some of my shit that I say on this podcast. So it's like, yeah, you're not flying a spaceship.
You're trying to fly it too?
Well, yeah, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. Come on, be in my crew, please.
You can just borrow, I have the Oculus. You can just borrow that, get your fix.
Okay. Yeah, Crystal always, she's like, I've had enough sleepless nights with all your shenanigans, you know. So yeah, no, we're done with that. We're done with the adventures. So no, she I don't want to go to space. There, I'm way too afraid of heights. So, but heck, if I get over the ice bath, I could get over anything.
Oh no, what did I start?
I'm just kidding. I ain't going to space. I'm not going up there. It's crazy. No, I'm staying right here on our beautiful Earth. So, from time to time we'll call each other and just have those kinds of talks. Those just like tossing ideas around, and I think it's so important because Andy and Crystal are just very supportive of my process and even my mental health and emotional health. These things are not easy to manage, and unfortunately it seems like being a creator is actually, sometimes it can even add to that challenge until you really like get to where you are, right? Especially you're putting yourself out there. It's a beautiful thing that we're doing, though. It's a great thing that you. I think it's just amazing. You got sponsored, so that's like, is that what the hell happened there? You are so behind the scenes, like you just like popped up with a giveaway. I was like, I want one, so I could not get in it.
Did you enter the giveaway?
Think I don't know. There were like things I had to do, and it became stressful. And I'm pretty certain I did though.
Oh, good. I have to go through. I've been taking screenshots, but yeah. That's my Valentine's Day activity. But yeah, it's super. And I'm telling you, everything I put in my journal, I'm like, it happens. And I believe that. And again, thoughts become like it. I was just telling my brother when he dropped my niece off tonight. I'm like, dude, manifestation, all this stuff, it's real. This 100%, whether you believe in it, whether it's happening. So I'm a firm believer in it. That's where my life has shifted the most, like just in the last year or two, because I'm like, okay, this is true and it's actually happening. I'm gonna I'm gonna use it to my advantage and trust your team. You have an amazing team there. You guys are doing such great stuff. And the biggest thing is you have the heart and the meaning behind it. You can't bullshit that part, you know. So you got the basis of everything that you need.
I'm
That's
tired
why
now. Like I could just if Crystal turned the lights out, like
that's how this is how we're ending it right here. Just him sleeping. I'm gonna go. Did she turn the lights off? We just go to it's done.
turn the other. Okay, turn it back on. Well, I'm gonna put it. Oh God, it's really bright. It is so funny you mentioned Tony Robbins because I would drive in my like little beat up minivan to work every day, and I would listen to Tony Robbins talk about how like you have to find beauty in every day. Okay. I mean, it just kind of like got me looking at the trees and looking at the road and looking at the birds just once or twice a day. That was the very first step into realizing that like I had been a little sleepy, in thought and a little lazy in thought and everything. That just that one thing. And then I started to like, oh, my family, my girls, looking at my girls a little bit different and my wife a little bit different. And then the van wasn't the beater van anymore that I hated. It became like the family wagon, National Lampoon sort of deal. So it's like changing perspective is important, and the ice baths do that. And you are always challenging yourself, it seems to me, to change your perspective, and that's what I appreciate about you and your inspiration and your friendship.
And what you said is gratitude. I promote gratitude. When everyone says, well, how do I start? What's the gratitude? You have to be able to wake up every day and say something you're grateful for. And to me, my aha moment, I started this whole self-care practice like a year or so ago. And I was super conscious. I had to wake up and say 10 things I'm grateful for. Here's my mirror affirmations. I'd stand in front of my mirror and say, like, it was very like, and then I'll never forget my aha moment was the day after my dad died. I remember super consciously waking up in my bed going, do I want to be grateful right now? I just lost my dad. And I had that choice. And in that moment, I went like, I'm grateful for this bed. I'm grateful I have, and I was drawing like the easiest things that I could near me. But that got me through. That got me through coping with his death and seeing like, so now when I look at it, I look at his death even through a lens of gratitude. Like, wow, I had an amazing dad. I had him in my life that long. It shifts your perspective on how you see everything. Yeah.
That's really beautiful, and I appreciate you sharing that with me. It's death to me is like the number one fear, man. It's we always it's I'm afraid of passing away. You know, I'm afraid of losing somebody I love. And hearing you say that, you know, hopefully there's some other people out there that also can hear that message and just examine your relationship with fear.
That's what we all have to do is support each other. And I'm so grateful.
Me too. And I'll tell you what, I'm super grateful for you coming on and to have the opportunity to talk to you and to share with my audience a amazing person. And I will continue to challenge myself with the showers. But if I find a box of poop, no, in my ice bath. Yes. Oh, poop in my ice bath. Forget it. No. A box. We can forget it. Just turn the lights out. Let's go.
Poop in my ice bath. Poop in my ice bath. I got what? Poop.
My ice bath. All right. Goodbye. All right, Jen. I really appreciate it. And like, you know, I really am watching you, and I think you're going to do beautiful and amazing things.